Out for the
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Mikey V, and as always, Revelation Rob. What up, Rob? How you doing?
What's going on, Mr. Mikey V? What's going on, world?
How you doing
What's
today,
going
man?
on? I'm doing good, man. Still a little bit under the weather, trying to get rid of these sinuses, man. There's some weird stuff going on. Like everybody's hit up with all these sinus problems lately. So we got a good show today. We're gonna talk about all this UFO activity, all the train derailments and these chemical plants burning up, people getting all these sinus infections all of a sudden. I think has to do with some of this stuff. So
You think you got it?
I don't know, man. I mean, my sinuses have been messed up for like a whole week, and it seems like it's been everybody, man. So like all at once.
How close are you to the train derailment thing?
Well, I'm in North Carolina, so I mean, I don't know
That's
how.
in like Ohio, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Ohio. But the thing is, but you got to think the where's it, Kissimmee, Florida, I think, where that chemical plant was on fire, bro, and that was like a lot of smoke being put into the air. And you got to think all these chemicals, man, and then whatever they're already spraying us with in the airplanes. I don't know if y'all know about chemtrails or not, but if not, look into it. They're not just damn vapor trails. Vapor trails are short, and you can see sometimes where the planes have small vapor trails, which are vape trails, but then those long ones that stretch out and crisscross the sky, those are chemicals that they're dumping out of the airplane. They're metals and stuff that come down in the atmosphere, and we breathe this shit in. It gets into our water stream, it gets into it lands on our food, on our pets, on on animals. It's crazy, man. And people want to think that this shit's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Now they're coming out saying yes, they're doing it to block the sun, to control global warming and climate change and all that shit. That
like
shit is fake
like
too.
Trying to make clouds or something?
Yeah, basically it's making clouds and making a layer to basically block out the sun so they can cool the planet down. Okay, because they're trying to say that it has to do with global warming, and people being on the planet is causing this global warming. Man, this shit happens every thousands and thousands of years. Temperatures changes. All the planets in the damn solar system are heating up too. So what is that? Is there cows on fucking Mars? Is there people on Mars, and billions of people? How are we all the planets supposedly? This is what scientists are saying, that all the planets
isn't somewhere like along. I'm by no means am I a scientist or know much about scientists. I know it's very fascinating, it's very interesting, but okay, so how like all the planets revolve around the sun, right? Like, aren't we like slowly working our way closer to the sun? Like,
no,
in another sense, long time.
In another sense, not working. No, we're if we are, we're leaving the sun.
You ever seen one of those like at like a convenience store or something? One of those little coin drops where you drop a coin in, and then the coin goes around and around and around and around down this funnel until it just goes down to the pot, right? Is that sort of like what's happening You think with our solar system, like with our
Well, I mean, it's a lot of
like
stuff
because
we
like
could get
if
into
all the
on that,
planets are
man.
going around the sun, like eventually is it like a toilet bowl? Are we going closer
Well,
and
there's
closer, closer?
that. Well, scientists say that you know how the moon goes around the Earth,
Right.
and they said eventually in like I don't know 200,000 years or something that the moon is eventually going to escape the Earth's gravitational pull. Uh, so if that's the case, then I would say maybe the same thing is happening with the Earth and the Sun as we go around it. But they're trying to say that, you know, we go around the sun and the sun's going around the solar system and the solar system's going around the galaxy and everything's spinning. And from the Big Bang, everything was shooting out.
Right.
One point, and then everything. So they're also saying, you know, in a million gazillion years from now, that everything's going to be a lot further away. You know, everything's going to spread out. So it's hard to say, man. I'm not sure if I believe in that whole system anyway, as far as we revolve around the sun and all that. But that's
Well,
another
I mean, because
video.
if something is making us hot, you know, and if we're warming up, if the planets are getting closer to the sun, that makes sense to me. Like we're all in a circle, kind of like a funnel, getting closer to the sun. Then you know, and not saying that it's going to happen in our lifetime. We're just in this brief moment where maybe there was like a
Well, the
shift, like we
sun,
moved a
but
degree. You know
actually,
what I
dude,
mean?
the sun goes through what they call solar minimum and solar maximus, and at its solar maximus, I believe I might be wrong on this, but I think it has more sunspots and it gets hotter.
Is that
That's
like
why
a
they
certain
call it.
time of year, or is
No,
that
it's like every like 10,000 or 20,000 years or something, maybe 26,000 years. To be honest though, bro, I'm gonna tell you what it really is. It's they're not telling the people that there is a dwarf star out past Pluto. It's dark, it's brown or black, it's hard to see, but they sent some probes out back in like 1987, I think it was, um, that went out that far, and they actually posted it, what they seen and what they found out there. NASA did, but then they quickly took it down when somebody started questioning things about it. They quickly like erased it from the ink in the magazines and shit. But there's a guy who found one little tiny article. Somehow he found it on the internet and he got it and he saved it. I wish I could find it for you guys, but it is NASA saying that they found this dwarf star out there. Well, the orbit of this star is like every 26,000 years it comes, or every 12,000 years it comes close at its closest point to us in our solar system. It's a binary, like we're basically in a binary star system. They're not telling us that. They're just saying that we have this one star, but we're actually in a binary star system. We just can't see this other star because it's a dwarf star, but it's so dense. The gravitational pull on it is so crazy that every time it comes around, every 20 like 12,000 years, when it gets as closest to us, it fucks our planet up, dude. Our solar system. It pulls on our sun, it heats our sun up, and it flips the poles on our planet. And that's why you have all these catastrophes like the floods and you know, like Noah's flood and all that. Like there's records of this stuff happening like every 12,000 years. And the ancients knew about this shit, but in these days and times they know about it too, but they're keeping it from us, man. And that's why these people been building all these rich people been building all these bunkers and shit, because they know what's going to happen. That's why it ties in with the Bible. Every mountain will be moved from its place, because when the poles shift, you get all this crazy weather. Shit ain't the same. The seasons are off. Like everything basically just the earth kind of like replenishes itself, I guess. And that's why you have a total wipeout of mass extinctions. And then the people that are left that do survive, they repopulate the earth. And it happens like every 12,000 something years, every 26. It's like a 26,000
yeah,
year cycle or something on
I
this
guess
star.
if you were a big religion buff, you would probably think this is like the end of times. You
Exactly.
know, when you're reading in Revelation and stuff, like you know, they talk about famines and wars and you know, and this and that, and how we just got done with COVID and you know, got the big ass war. We got the damn, you know, the train derailment, you know, that's polluting people. You got, just hate and violence, mass shootings. There was a shooting this last week in East Lansing, Michigan, at MSU. As all of you know, my brother Bro Frizzle, he's not with us today. He had to be out, but he runs a business out there called Pliables, and they're right across the street from the MSU campus. And they were there that night that the guy that took off shooting at everybody. And he had to actually get locked down with a few of his employees for a while. And so, you know, it's just crazy when it's so close to you, you know, to think like, you know, all this.
And it was real close. He actually seen the bodies, right? Like that they were carrying off, or
he said something like he saw some people laying in the ground. I don't know if it was bodies or if it was, you know, other people.
Either way, that's pretty close.
Either way, it's just that's really close to home. You know what I mean? And anyway, we just want to send a shout out to East Lansing and MSU and let them know that you guys are in our prayers, and we hope, you know, you guys stay strong through all this stuff.
Yeah, see, and they say the guy that did that, man, like there was no reason, like he wasn't tied to anybody at that school. Like he just came in there and done that, man. And I think something's going on because there's been a lot of these little shootings lately, like everywhere. Like everywhere.
Yeah, they say it on the news. They I think when I was watching ABC the other night, the reporter said something like, "This is like," and I don't even know. I want to say like 60 something, 67, something like that.
Already
67 mass shootings already this year.
This year. And it's only February.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is insane. And you know what what's crazy about it is I just really believe that the government has something to do with this. I think they're doing something to these people and getting them to do this because they're trying to take
Manchurian candidate, man.
Yeah, they're trying to take our guns away, for one. So I feel like people just don't go out and do stuff like this. I think there's something going on, some type of government psyop or something where they're making these people do this because they're trying, like I said, they're trying to get rid of or take the guns from the American people anyway. But then it ties into, I think we're under war, bro. Like I think America is under war right now and we don't even know it. This war is like very strategic. It's not the normal wars that we go through where, you know, there's troops just meeting up with troops and they're fighting and battling everything out. I think it's more like these people, I don't know if it's Chinese or the Russians, and they're working together.
They are working together.
Yeah, they're working together and they're taking out our infrastructure, dude. They're going to be taking out our grid. They're taking out, like, that's why all these trains all of a sudden, and the trains that are getting taken out or derailing and stuff have these chemicals and shit on them. So this is like a chemical, you see what I'm saying? Like they're,
I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, what it could be. Like, I mean, there's no evidence that that's what's happening, but I mean, one can speculate.
But that's the perfect, like, that'd be the perfect way to take out a country and take it out is by planning these little, they're not like big terrorist attacks, but they're like these little things that people could be like, okay, well, what happened? The trains just don't derail, bro. I mean, we've been running trains for hundreds of years. They just don't derail. But so I think that's just kind of weird, man. And then all of a sudden these plastic plants are catching on fire. I mean, dude, and the smoke coming off of this, if you've seen that, it's like crazy, bro. That is pumping so much chemicals into the atmosphere. And then you got to think this shit spreads around. It don't disappear. It spreads around.
Comparing it to Chernobyl, man. Like they had to evacuate people out of this town. Fish are dying.
And what's crazy, bro? I just watched the movie on Prime the other day. I gotta remember what the hell it was called, but guess what it's about, dude? And it's already out. It's about a fucking train derailment in some small town in Ohio. And it's crazy. I didn't really finish it, but it just, I thought it was crazy how this movie is already out, or it's out, and it's about a train derailment, and it like messes the people up. There's shit going on there's some chemicals on it, and the people are dying, and it's crazy, man. Like it's like they
Well,
put it in front of our face, and then they're doing this shit.
yeah, a lot of people say that too. About a lot of movies, that a lot of movies are premises and things that have happened end up happening after the fact that they get released. There's like this movie that comes out, like it happens, like pre-COVID there was a lot of like zombie movies and like these weird like health breakout type movies, like what if a virus broke out and zombies took over everything, like that seemed to be like the height of movies before COVID, and all of a sudden COVID hit, and then now you have like a real virus that's out there, like fucking people up. Like it's crazy. But that's what I mean. Like, you know, when you watch like the mainstream media right now, they are trying to focus on this Chinese spy balloon and this like whatever objects still have yet to be uncovered. I have no idea what the fuck they are. Like 3 objects that they shot down over like Canada and Alaska. Apparently, they did shoot it down. It fell down into the ice, but nobody's gone to reclaim it. Like,
I see. I heard it was like up to 5 or 6, and then I'm heard 9 of them now has been spotted. I'm not sure if it's been all been shot down, but either way, if they've shot down 3, 4, 5 of these things, 6, whatever the number is, how is it still unidentified? Y'all, what are y'all doing? Y'all
but that's what I
disintegrating them?
mean.
Like
Like,
where they can't find no wreckage, they can't do anything. Like
well,
what?
they're
I
saying
don't
they
get it.
shot it out of the sky, and they're apparently like it's like you can't reach it where it's at, so it fell down onto the ice somewhere in Alaska or Canada, and it's just unreachable. And I find that hard to believe. You know what I mean?
So y'all can't send a damn probe over there to fly low, take some pictures of it. I mean, there's something, dude.
Some
We can,
drone of some sort.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bullshit, man. It's
But that's what I
literally
mean. It's
bullshit. So what is?
there's something going on, because like all of a sudden the United States wants to be forthcoming with this information about UFOs and all this stuff, and to me that makes me a little weary of what could be going on more
I'm gonna tell
behind
you
the
what's
scenes,
going on.
behind the curtain.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on with that. This is their agenda, bro. What they're gonna do. They have to get the world to come together into this one world government, this one world system. The only thing that is gonna make that ever happen is if there is a threat from an outside enemy, aliens.
Well,
So
there's that theory.
With Project Bluebeam, they can fucking put all this fake shit in the sky that looks fucking real as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Have you heard
holograms.
about? Yeah, holograms and shit. That's what Project Bluebeam is about. If you don't know about it, you can Google it. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube about it. Check it out. But that's basically what it is, and I think they're starting to prepare us for this fake alien invasion, because once we all feel like there's a threat from an outside species and outside world, dude, we're going to come together as a planet, and they're going to be able to implement the one world order that much easier, because we're going to be
So
begging our governments to help us.
One theory. That's one theory
Yeah.
right there. Okay. Another theory is there's a lot of important shit going on right now, like what we're talking about in the media and big
So they
news
try to
should be being covered, but it's not being covered. It's being silenced. People are not talking about it. Kind of like with the Hunter Biden laptop thing. Like they deliberately during the campaign trail when Biden was running for president, they deliberately shut that story down, and now all of a sudden it's out that there was a laptop, that there is something going on, blah 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 blah. But they had shut that story down. Now they got this like UFO sightings. They don't know what it is. They can't get to the stuff, and now they got people on edge and they're wondering what it is. And I feel like that's deflecting people from
them.
real stories, because like the real story is I know here soon they're supposed to be releasing the lists of the people that were on Epstein Island, and like what you were talking about, this is like a war. We must be in a war that a lot of the American people, I don't think, realize that we may be in. In my
we can't
opinion,
see it, bro, but it's happening all around us.
I feel like it's America versus Russia, and we're at Ukraine is the venue. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like the
Yep.
stadium that we're
Exactly.
all performing in is what it
Yep.
is. Which is fucked up. You know, if that's the case, that's fucked up because, you know, the Ukrainian people are getting fucking smashed right now. They're, you know, and actually, I just saw, which reminds me, I just saw a news article last night about Kamala Harris saying she came out and straight up said that Putin has committed war crimes. Now they're publicly saying it. Things in Ukraine are getting way hotter, uh, and it's starting to really look like World War III is going to pop off. You know.
Well, it is, dude, because you already got China and Russia. That's the biggest thing right there is China and Russia working together and with Iran as well. The Koreans don't. Well, South Korea or
North
North
Korea
Korea?
just launched an ICBM missile just the other day, and it came within I want to say like 40 miles of the Western Japanese mainland. So like there, he's provoking shit over there.
Well, the biggest thing to watch out for though is when China goes in to invade Taiwan. Everybody's been talking about this, and they said that's when shit's really about to hit the fan. It's something to do with China going into Taiwan, taking over Taiwan, and then it's going to be this big ass war between Russia, Iran, China linked up together versus America. And I don't know if we got anybody on our side, but that's basically what's about to go down with that. And you're right. I think they're taking the focus
taking
away
the
from
focus point off of what's really going on, you know.
because
And
for all we know, these little things that it's just funny how okay we spot this Chinese weather balloon or whatever, and we shoot that down, and then all of a sudden we got all these UFOs. Maybe they're
you ever
just
see that? You
more
ever
weather
see?
balloons. Maybe
I know
they're
you.
just more weather balloons, dude. But why are
Well,
they shooting down weather balloons? Like,
I know you're not on social media, but I saw this Facebook post, and it was a picture of there was this person that was riding motorcycles across Nebraska, and there's this historical site where there's a sign, and the sign reads, "This is a site of a dirty bomb." And what it was during the World War II, uh, the Japanese would send over dirty bombs in weather balloons, and basically they would drop in random spots in the United States, and like start fires and crop fires and shit like that, and things. It wasn't meant to do a bunch of shit.
what if what they're doing with these damn balloons that they're sending these balloons over, man? What if they fucking got some shit in it that like some more chemicals that they're releasing in our atmosphere while they're flying over here? You got to think this is only one that they've spotted.
Well, multiple objects. We don't know what the other object
Well,
was.
I mean, I'm talking about the first weather balloon
Yeah,
that
right. The
from China that we
Chinese
shot.
spy
That yeah.
balloon.
So this
Right.
is the first one that they've actually seen. There could be more. And what if there
Well,
are more?
I guess since that since that first initial Chinese weather balloon that came over, uh, they have admitted that this has happened multiple times before. That this isn't the first time this has happened. So they have intercepted Chinese like weather balloons and spy balloons before. Um, None of them had this. I guess the difference is that none of them had this like apparently this thing that was like 3 buses big or whatever, you know, the
Three
size
buses
of.
big.
Yeah, it was like this like, so you had the balloon itself, and then at the bottom was like this
Oh,
like technological apparatus of
looking
some sort, you know,
okay.
and
So
basically.
this is my thing though too. So they're calling them unidentified flying objects, right? So a balloon doesn't fly; it floats, right? Doesn't really fly. But they're saying these things, according to some of the pilots, I guess from what I've heard, I haven't really actually heard this, but the articles whatever saying that the pilots said that this thing is moving at a speed, so it's moving. They can't tell where the proportion or it's the system is like to make it move, like an engine or a
propulsion
blade.
system.
Propulsion system. They can't tell where it's at on these crafts or whatever. My thing is, bro, is that if these are aliens with all this advanced technology, ain't no damn way one of our fighter jets is gonna shoot these damn things down, right? So there got to be something else. I think they're just
That's what
really
I'm
like
saying.
I
That's
think
why
they're just balloons, and they're trying to just hype up this alien threat. I think they're because you notice how they're coming out. Like a lot of the countries are coming out with their disclosures of the alien documents and shit like that. So I think this is all with this and the movies that we watch. This is all getting us prepared for a fake alien invasion. That way they can really bring in the new world order. I think this is going to happen before the 2030 too, as well.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. It's hard to tell where this whole crazy fuck show is going. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's a fuck show. It's a fucking movie, man. It's
is,
crazy as hell, bro.
I mean, I don't understand why it's hard to get objective news, anymore. Like, none of the
They don't
news.
want us to have the real news, and now they're coming out with all these disinformation shit. Like Google's supposed to be rolling out something, like you said, and they're taking certain information away, and that's the reason why.
Well, yeah, that was what I was asking about the whole thing, because I listen to Joe Rogan all the time, and he talks about using like DuckDuckGo, and I was like, well, what's that all about? And it's apparently it's like this browser that can find things with.
Well, Alex Jones had it right from the get-go, bro, many years ago, 20, 30 years ago, with InfoWars, bro, his website and shit. And they took him out. They basically took him off of YouTube, off of every major social media platform. They took that guy out because of what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I
He's a little
remember
crazy.
you would send me so much Alex Jones shit. That's where I
Yeah.
first heard him.
Yeah, the dude
All that crazy
was
ranting. Oh, we're gonna do this with the regime and the cabal.
Yeah, he got a little psycho with it, man. But just we need more
that
stuff
kind of
like that.
information when you've been around the circles that guy's been around. You know what I mean? And the kind of things that guy knows. I mean, it's kind of hard.
Well, they take him out, man. If you start talking real shit, man, and you're up there in one of them, like Glenn Beck, he had a show on Fox, dude. They fire his ass because he was telling the real shit to the people, and they don't like it, man. So they want to label you as somebody who's this putting out disinformation about everything, man. Like they'll shut you down right off the internet. That's why we need platforms like the one I created, like Twoller, a social media platform where you can come and talk and discuss about any damn thing you want and put the information on there, and we ain't got to worry about it getting taken down. So, and there's a lot of sites out there like that, Rumble,
not so much Twitter. Twitter was big on that, but ever since Elon Musk took it over.
Well, ever since Elon Musk took it over, I think he was on the same page as far as the freedom of speech. So I think you can kind of say what you want to say, but they still regulate that shit, man. And I don't trust anybody who's a billionaire. So, you know what I'm saying, on this planet, to be honest, because I feel like they're all part of the elite. But I don't know, man. Shit's crazy, dude. It's ramping up. It's ramping up.
It is ramping up for sure, man. That's definitely obvious right now, is that the shit is getting ready to hit the fan. Something's gonna happen. I don't know what that is, but
see, and they're talking about China's giving Russia weapons for the Ukraine war. That's an article on a Drudge Report right now.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what I mean. They were talking about that last night in the news that I saw last night. That's why they're starting to bring it out a little bit, that things are heating up over there in Ukraine, because And the hotter it gets over there, and it's obvious. I mean, how can you not say that this is not a war between America and Russia? How
It
can you
is
not?
because we're involved in it. We're always involved in it, man. It's
Not
already
just
it's a
involved
proxy
in it.
war,
People
but
want to think, oh well, there's not actual boots on the ground. So America's not in it. But dude, we are openly on the news every day talking about, oh, how we're donating this much million to Ukraine, and how we're sending Ukraine these missiles, and we're sending them these tanks, and blah blah blah. Germany sent them tanks, and
that means you're involved, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like if you just take it down to like a level to where like, okay, say Mike, that you're going over here to you're gonna go
fight
take out your
somebody.
enemy, right? Yeah, you're gonna go take it. So I give you, as an ally, a friend of yours, I give you a fucking weapon to go take this guy out. Does that not make me an accessory?
Yeah, that means you help me take
That
this
means
guy
I'm in
out.
it. Yeah, exactly. That's the same way with America helping whoever the hell they're helping out. They're a part of it now. If
Well,
I if I'm
it
if
would
I'm
be
the general,
it would
bro,
be the what is it, the NATO. It would be
yeah, yeah,
NATO.
NATO, exactly. If I'm in war with a country, or if I'm Putin or whatever, and I'm talking to Ukraine, and then all of a sudden fucking NATO and America jumps in. Okay, this is your guys' war. We're just backing them up. No, you guys are part of the war now too. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess they talked about making Ukraine part of NATO, and that's one thing that Russia does not want to happen. Russia doesn't want Ukraine to be a part of NATO. They do not want. He doesn't want, because then at that point now you have an ally at Putin's doorstep, and he's not going to have that. You know what I mean? He's going to try in his power, everything in his power, to not let that happen.
But to be honest though, Mike, man, I don't trust our government at all. Like there's
A lot of
not an
people
inch of
do right
trust.
now.
But so this is what I'm saying though. Who's to say that Putin and Russia right now are the bad guys? Because
Well,
we're not getting any
obviously, we're not over
information
there. We're not.
from Russia though. We're not getting the real, like, from the Russian people over there. We're not getting any of, because they're cut off from the world. They're cut off from the internet, like from the rest of the world. It's just, I know that America's bullies. They're bullies, man, and they'll go in and they tell us one thing and they're over there doing something else.
Yeah,
You
I'm
see what I'm
not saying
saying?
that
So
doesn't happen.
just like how they got Gaddafi and Saddam, bro, them dudes wasn't really, they were just trying, they wanted to keep their oil. They didn't want to, it was all over um the
Resources.
petrodollar. Yeah, the oil, the petrodollar. And they weren't trying to trade oil in American dollars. And that's the reason why we went in and took them out of their home, because they didn't want to do what we wanted them to do. And that's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's like so I feel like this could be happening with this little war right here, but we are in World War III right now, and we just don't know it. And they're doing it in different
If not,
ways
then we're
than
definitely in the precursor of it. That's for sure,
of it.
man.
Yeah.
That's for sure, because something wild's happening. Because and then when you think about it too, like it kind of like it's almost like the same playbook as World War II. Like all of a sudden there was like UFO sightings ramped up around World War II at times. And then
Yeah, there was, because that's when the
yeah,
Roswell crashed in what, 48 or something,
47,
1948,
something like that.
47, 48. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that was
right.
right
So
around
like in
World War
those
II.
days, there was a lot of things being sighted in the skies at that time, and then there was also what else? There was another point that I was going to make, and I'm not remembering it. The balloon thing, the balloon, the Japanese dirty bombs, the balloons that were floating over here. Now, that's an old way of doing things, but now that we've grown so technologically, and we just we've become this elite nation, it's like we're better than some balloon. So like, and like they're looking at it like, well, we could still implement this kind of thing. Like they're thinking we're having drones and we're attacking them through cyberspace and all this, so they're putting all their resources towards that, and they're forgetting that this little old balloon can just float over here, and drop something, and or gather up intelligence, or they put the fucking the technology on the balloon.
That's a weapon, bro. Either if it's a spy balloon or just a weather balloon, like why in the hell is it way over here?
Control technology these days, like you could probably strap a laser beam to like a fucking balloon and like load it over here, and then all of a sudden start controlling it. Once you're in American territory, you can just control it and fucking shoot a laser beam. I mean, I know it sounds crazy to think about, like, oh, that's some futuristic type shit, but we're in the future.
That ain't, how is that not? That's not futuristic. They can do that. They've been had these fucking balloons for what?
I'm not talking
100
about
years now, probably.
Like laser. I'm talking about the laser, using laser beams as weapons and stuff.
Well, they've been using lasers. Lasers. We are in the future. You're right. But not only that, but chemical weapons, man.
Yeah,
chemical weapons. Like, it's just crazy. All of a sudden, ever since this happened, dude, I've seen more people in the past week or two. Just everybody, man, sniveling, sneezing, like. The weather's crazy too out here, and that has to do with the chemtrails.
That's another thing too. Those big chemical clouds, and then all the weather that's been going on over those parts of the U.S. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of rain. There's been a lot of snow. So like
a lot of snow in weird places, like you're getting snow in Texas,
clouds, and hits the ground, melts down into the ground, gets ran off into the washes, into the streams, the river systems.
Well, you got to think, like, especially with the train derailment in Ohio, man, and they were saying all the animals around the area are dying off. Yeah, all the amphibians, the frogs and birds and stuff. That shit's. I mean, it got to go somewhere, man. It's just not going to disappear. I'm talking about this tons and tons of this black smoke going into from everywhere, from all these train derailments, from the chemical plants that are burning up, man. They're burning all type of chemical plants across the country.
And they're evacuating people and telling people, well, I guess at first they were telling people that everything was okay. Don't worry, blah, 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 blah. And now people are like having headaches and dizziness, and like you said, being all snotty and stuffed up, and and they're like, now they're starting to run around and be like, okay, well, maybe we do got to do something about this. This is pretty bad, so I don't know what's going to happen with that, and how that's going to affect everything for the time to come, how that's going to play off in the.
Is this crazy, man? We gotta, I don't know. Something has to change though in this world. We got to make a stand. And the only way it's gonna happen is if people rise up, man. We all got to come together and be like, hey, we got to, we got to take them out, man. Take everybody out of the White House, rethink how we, want to live our society, man. Like, because it's just, I don't know, man.
I think
it ain't working out.
I think some very fucked up shit has to happen for us to see that.
It's always order out of chaos, man. But that's what they create, though. They do that. But you're right. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Is history repeats itself, man. And it always has. Everything that Rome went through, America's going through the exact same thing right now. And what happened to Rome will happen to America.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's all civilizations fall
in the past. They're the past civilizations. They were
exactly
once great civilizations, and now what are they doing? Nothing.
And I think we're at the ending of our time, and I think a new civilization or a new rise will come. But like I said, there has to be destruction before that can happen, and that is what we're leading into right now. We're like right at the tip of all this, just really hitting off to where there's soldiers in the streets, there's revolutionary wars or civil wars. The whole world is just gonna burn, man. And then
I want to know what you guys think about this. Go ahead and drop a comment below. Let us know what you guys think is popping off, why you think all this craziness is happening, the spy balloons, the you know, the train
The
derailment,
aliens, the
environment.
UFOs.
You know, let us know what you think, because this is quite the story, man. Like, I don't know. And then, like I said too, like the Epstein list is coming out. That's another thing, guys. We all got to stay alert to the real stories out there. We all got to pay attention to what's really going on. We can't be letting all this bullshit news, you know, take over your focus and steer you away from what's really going on. You know what I mean? How is it that this guy was just murdered in his cell and all the cameras were off and nobody has an explanation for it? Nobody. And it's just gonna go get swept under the rug.
Yep,
Nobody's
because it's
gonna hear
all
about
cover
it.
ups, man. It's all cover up, especially when
But
it
it
has to
is,
do with.
but the thing is though is that this information does have to come out and it will come out. But is it going to be?
Oh, they're tying a
Are
lot of
people
people
going to
into it,
be
man.
paying attention to it? That's the question. And
Biden was there, Kamala was there, they're all there. Hell, they just found and what was we was talking about the Epstein shit, because that was basically human trafficking on the island and everything. Well, I just seen an article today about a NFL player, bro. Uh, did they say former? I think it said former
he
NFL
was on the
players
island.
tied in. Nah, he's tied in on human trafficking. Him and 8 other people got busted. NFL player played for the Buccaneers, bro. It's fucking crazy, man. I mean, dude, you're making millions and you're still involved with human trafficking. That's just, it
Like,
blows
it's
my
crazy
mind,
to
bro.
me. That's
Like
crazy.
how people can be like that, bro. You're shipping off little kids, little girls, taking them from their homes.
And then you're being a role model on Sunday, like
Model
for
on
all
Sunday,
young kids to look at
bro.
you like,
I'm
oh, I'm a great
so
sport.
disgusted with that, dude. I'm so disgusted with that, bro. Like, there's so many, evil is real, bro, and it's sitting there right in front of people's faces. Like, it's just that disgusts
Gotta
me. When
pay
I see that
attention, man.
article, dude, like, I just thought about that too, man.
Gotta pay attention to this stuff,
Our
dude.
football players, bro, the people that our kids looking up to, the behind the scenes trafficking human.
Yeah, it's
That's
real.
insane, bro.
It's real,
Insane.
man. It's
We live in
fucking
the
real.
twilight zone, people. This is the twilight zone. We just need, yeah, we should just name the show Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone.
That's what it feels like, bro. Especially after, man, like, I think maybe 2010 hit, when 2012 hit or something, dude. It's like this whole world just got fucking strange, man. Like,
What if
beyond.
Obama's on the Epstein list?
Oh, he is. Oh, he
Oh,
is.
he is.
Trust me. He is. Motherfucking, what's the name? The Clintons are both on there.
Oh yeah, Bill Clinton
Guarantee
went
Biden's
20.
on there because
Oh,
Biden was rocking with
26 times.
Obama. Biden was rocking with Obama. So they're all on there, dude. And that's what they don't want this shit to come out, because a lot of people are about to go down. I mean, there's a lot of treason going on. We need to take our country back. That's all I'll say. They need to bust this shit out, which I heard is supposed to be, all that shit's supposed to start
President
coming
Trump's
out
going to
pretty
make
soon.
an appearance at the train derailment site.
Is he gonna be in a damn chemical suit?
I don't fucking know. Knowing Trump, he ain't going to be wearing shit. He's going to be out there like, yeah, this is a huge mess, but we will get through. We
I'll
will
take
get
my
through.
toupee and clean it all up.
I got this, everybody. Don't worry.
Nah, Trump is all right though, man. I would have rather had Trump than Biden, to be honest, man. At least I felt like we had somebody that was in there, didn't give a care what the hell he was talking. He was talking like a real American, like he was.
He did have that. He talked kind of crazy sometimes though, too, man.
Yeah, but I like, you got to though. You got to tell them motherfuckers, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up.
I
I'm the
know, man.
motherfucking president. I'm speaking.
I do like going to like YouTube and looking up like Trump's savage moments,
Yeah,
like how he
because
takes
that's
out
what we
reporters. Like,
need
shut up!
though.
I'm not talking to you. Shut up! Stop!
Yeah,
Nope.
we need
Quiet.
that though. That's what we need, man. We need a thug in office.
Right.
Trump was the closest thing we got to a thug in office.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man, I don't know. The world's crazy, man.
It's all going up in flames, bro. It's just what It's just what it is. That's why we just gotta love each other, man. Come on, bro. What the fuck, people? What the fuck, America? What the hell's wrong? What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Wake up.
Get our heads out of our ass, bro, and see what's really happening here, man. Like,
Dude, nobody, that's the problem though, man. These people are fucking lazy. They don't give a shit. As long as little Timmy has a snack for the night, they don't care what happens tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what happens 10 years down the road.
You know, and that's funny to me because the only way we got this way was because of, you know, our grandparents. You know, they fought in World War II to have freedoms that nobody else has, and like we've taken that and like turned it into complete laziness. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess I can't all the way say that because, you know, this country has come up with some pretty big technological breakthroughs and things over the past century, but still, like over the past century, you know, in one aspect of it, we've become fucking lazy. We become a lazy, entitled nation, dude. And I don't know how else.
Bro, they had way more freedom back in the day than we do now.
I mean,
they're slowly taking our freedom away from us. Everything. Freedom
and
of
it
speech.
translates to like how the kids are acting these days. You know what I mean? Like you could ask, like, it's almost, I feel like you can't ask kids to do things nowadays because it's either too much for them. Like, oh, you can't have him rake this whole yard. Are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, we used to have to get out there and do, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I did that. Well, shit, I had to dig holes with shovels, you know, and get in there.
We had chores and shit. Now it's like these kids don't have to do nothing. Like I remember having to wash dishes by hand.
You know, like they roll their eyes when they have to, like, you know, go outside and fucking.
They don't go outside. You drive by, you don't see no kids outside anymore, man. I hardly ever see any kids.
You know which
outside.
one gets me? This like meme that was like kids back in the day, how they would make money, and it was like 3 kids walking with a snow shovel during wintertime. Like you don't see that these days.
Nah.
Or a lawnmower.
Or a lawnmower, yeah.
A weed eater, or dog, a fucking, you know, a pooper scooper, anything. You know, a 15-year-old kid in this day and age is not out knocking on doors and asking if they could pull weeds, you know, make $20 here or there. They're like literally attached to their phones playing video games. My son is, you know, but he does have a money making bone in his body. I see that part in him, but it's the getting the motivation to go out and just do it without being told. You know what I mean? But I guess that's the problem with every kid, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out today's show. Go ahead and drop a comment below. Let us know what's up. You can find this video on YouTube at What the Fuck America 1529. You can also check us out on Twoller.com, a better way to social media. Go ahead and check out marketer.net. Get your website built, custom built, and have it ranked in Google. You guys can check us out every week. We're going to have new episodes. We also want to, again, send our prayers out to MSU and Michigan State. Bro Frizzle out there, man. We're praying for you guys. Much love. Stay strong. Green and white. And you know, let's all love each other, man. We can't have all this. We can't have all this, man. Something's got to go down, and I hope that we're all paying attention to the right things. Make sure you guys are watching closely to what's happening in the media, and you know, look for different media sources. You know, use your best judgment, and love each other. Okay, guys? Anyway, have a good one. See you guys next week. All right. Bye-bye now.
Nice to be in orbit.